Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video for you guys, and sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. I don't know if it will translate over to the video too much, but in my head I'm thinking that I'm sick because it's winter in Australia at the moment, so everyone's getting a bit sick and stuff like that, but excuse that if you can hear it. So anyway, in this video we're going to be going through 5 superheroes that I think they may add to The Flash in Season 2. It might not be directly in Season 2, they might hint to it, and then later go into maybe Season 3, or they might introduce the base character, like the alias, and then introduce the actual superhero in later seasons. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, leave any comments on who you think they'll add to Season 2 in regards to superheroes, and if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you have not followed me on Twitter, that link will be in the description below. I'd really appreciate it if you went over and followed me over there. So anyway, let's get straight into the countdown. At number 5 we have Captain Atom. Now, Captain Atom is actually a really likely character to be put into The Flash because the way that he actually got his powers was through, once again, like a science experiment, which actually involved energy. Now, Captain Atom, otherwise known as Nathaniel Adams, actually has like a military background, so he'd actually be able to fit in with sometimes with some of the themes that Flash goes through. Well, especially we saw in Season 1, where it's like he's tough, but he has this other edge to him. But it also allow him to show, because in the comics, obviously, Captain Atom's like pretty confident, I guess you could say. But it also explained, like, as soon as he gets his powers, he's able to understand them much better than Barry was when he first got his powers. Like, he was sort of freaking out, not sure what to do with them. The only issue that having Captain Atom in the show would have is if you have people that do not really watch, have not read the comic books, but are really into the shows, they might get confused with Captain Atom and the Atom, which has been going along with Arrow and sometimes in Flash, and will be in the Legends of Tomorrow show. And one issue they have to go is if they do the whole physical appearance change that Nathaniel Adams goes through, where his skin basically turns silver. They might not go down that route if they do him on the show. They might do it some other way and portray him in a different light. At number 4 we have Commander or Citizen Steel, whichever one they choose to choose, I guess you could say. At number 4 we have Commander or Citizen Steel, so it really matters which adaptation they want to go down, which is either Henry, Hank, or Nathan Haywood, but all of them have been pretty the same, like pretty powerful when they've held the mantle. Now, the most general abilities that Commander or Citizen Steel has is essentially superhuman strength and superhuman speed. But if they do Citizen Steel, they also have to remember that he has like that, I think it's like a natural, like organic metal skin, I guess you could say. Now, from memory, I can't think of anyone that's really had like extreme strength and like durability that's been like a good guy. So it would be handy for the Flash to have him and his like little group of allies. Now, I don't think Captain Atom, and Commander Steel or Citizen Steel would be able to fit in the same thing because they both got that military background. So I think they have to choose one or the other. But I think if they're going to go with the whole make it quick and easy, they would go with Captain Atom, as I think Commander Steel or Citizen Steel, once again, whichever one they want to choose, would take a bit longer to explain, because I think he'd take longer to get used to his powers. At number 3 we have a character which I've mentioned previously in a Flash video, which was I think just like little Easter eggs from the first season, and it involves Metamorpho, who is our number 3. Now, if you did watch that video, remember I brought up Simon Stagg, who was actually killed by Harrison Wells. But the thing that's funny is that Simon Stagg's daughter actually gets in a relationship with Rex Mason, who is Metamorpho. So the only issue with bringing Metamorpho to the screen is like the way he looks. Like, it might be hard to represent on screen, but I do think they'd be able to do it. I think they've sort of led up to it. Also, I think it was in Season 2 or 3 of Arrow, there was actually trucks that had Metamorpho on the side of the truck. So I think if they've been hinting at it, so I think it's actually time to bring him in. Flash will probably be the area to bring him in, just because I think it'd make a bit more sense and it just gel together better. And also the fact is, like, if Rex Mason, who obviously, as I said before, becomes Metamorpho, if he's having issues with controlling his new powers, he can just go to Star Labs, where in Arrow there's no real way to go. Like, sometimes they might contact Star Labs, but it's like once every 10 episodes. So I think in the Flash, his interaction with Star Labs would actually work much better. The only issue, once again, as I said before, Simon Stagg being killed, is that Simon Stagg actually has a bit of a key role in the origin of Metamorpho. So the fact that he's killed in, like, I think it was like episode 3 or 2 would be a big issue. But they could just work around, just kind of have another person come in. So once again, we'll have to wait and see. At number 2 we have another character, which is what I listed in my Easter eggs video for Season 1, who was named off, and that is Damage, otherwise known as Grant Albert Emerson. Now, he's actually listed off as Harrison Wells as one of the people that died during the particle accelerator explosion. So This just makes me think, has he gone into hiding, or did he actually die, or is maybe Harrison Wells not saying he died because he knows that he has powers? Now, his powers involve emitting like a big charge of power, or like, power, I guess you could say, like a power charge. But that also gives him super strength, durability, reflexes, and speed. So he's pretty decent. And one example of like the whole thing about, he apparently dying, is that Ronnie Raymond apparently died. But once again, he didn't die. He's obviously just got these powers and became Firestorm. It'd work out really well in Season 2 if they like brought him in pretty early, because I think Damage would struggle to control his powers, but throughout the season he'd slowly get used to them, get used to fighting crime, and just used to controlling this massive energy amount that he can control. And at number 1, once again, we got another person who apparently died thanks to the particle accelerator, might I say, and that is Ralph Dibny. Now, Ralph Dibny is otherwise known as the Elongated Man. Now, if you don't know who the Elongated Man is, basically, as his identity or alias says, he can stretch his body to quite the enormous lengths. Now, we've seen, obviously, crossing over to Marvel here, but we've seen Fantastic Four do it with the Reed Richards character, being able to stretch. So, I wonder if they'd be able to do this on The Flash. I hope they would. I don't think it's that advanced, really. Like, if you think about it, I don't think it's that advanced when it comes to technology in regards to how much it would cost. But I think DC would like to bring. He's okay in the comics. Like, I think like there's a massive storyline about I think I brought this up in another video. His like wife getting raped, by Dr. Light. So I think they could bring him in. Well, I think I assumed that she was raped. I don't know. I don't really like bringing rape up, but I think she was raped. Now, in the comics, he was actually like a detective, but if they're bringing up that he died in the particle accelerator, maybe he was like some form of scientist or something like that, or maybe like, I don't know, like an engineer or something, helping design or helping build it. So with these new powers that he gets, he may start believing that he can deal with the situations going on in Central City with the Flash. But also one good thing is that the Elongated Man and the Flash are actually pretty tight allies, and they usually work together a lot. So it'd be really cool, like a good homage to the comics, if we saw them working a lot together in Season 2 of The Flash. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave any comments in the comment section below. Who would you like to see from this list, or even people that I've not mentioned at all? Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you are new. And as I said before at the beginning of the video, make sure to follow me on Twitter. That link will be in the description below. Check out the previous video, which will pop up on the screen soon, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.